If you've ever had this feeling that something was terribly wrong with the world that we live in, but you couldn't figure out just what it was, then you've come to the right place. Secret societies, mystery religions, and the Illuminati have been controlling our reality since the beginning of time. But not anymore, because there is an awakening happening, and you are about to become a part of it. Wake up, because this is a call for an uprising.
This is a call for an uprising. We welcome you to today's show and ask those of you who have not subscribed to please subscribe to our YouTube channel as we continue to expose the satanic Illuminati agenda and the ushering in of the Antichrist. Today's show, I want to expose Kanye West's new video entitled Famous. Before I get to the exposing of this video and showing you the clear Illuminati symbolism as well as clear perversion involved in this disgusting, disturbing, sorry excuse for a video, I want to warn everybody out there to stay away from the video. Don't try to watch the video for yourself because it's just complete nudity. That's all the video is. So no children out there should be watching it. No adults should either. It's very, very disgusting, disturbing. But we shouldn't be surprised as they continue to push the envelope and push the perversion. You know, music videos 10, 15 years ago, it would just be, you know, maybe bikini, lingerie. It was still very disgusting and wrong. We're at the point now where we have Rihanna naked in videos. Kanye West video is completely naked. And what has happened is the internet has evolved and has really become the, you know, the avenue or the channel, I should say, to watch these videos, whereas MTV isn't what it used to be. As far as people, you know, turning on MTV to see new music videos, everybody just looks everything up online. And there's no filter. So they can get away with showing young kids who, you know, the fans of Kanye West, the fans of Rihanna. Yes, there's people in their 20s and 30s that worship these people, but so do young kids, young teens especially, who really, really worship these false idols. You know, and they go look for their music videos and their parents allow them to because they just don't care and pay attention to the content. And then they go and they see all of this orgy promotion, you know, promotion of nudity, drug addiction, drug abuse, partying, drinking, all of this just disgusting stuff, which parents refuse to believe actually has an influence on these kids. It's part of the mind control. It's part of the conditioning. Kids see this and then they want to act it out because these people are rich. And of course, our society makes it seem as if all you should want in life is to be rich and famous. That's why, you know, we have this movement with Facebook and all of these things because they've let, you know, average people who work at regular jobs can be famous in their own right because they have Facebook following and post their every move on Facebook, making them themselves feel like they are, you know, celebrities or stars of their own world and their own show. It's really just a joke. It's out of control. But let's talk about Kanye West's video here because it needs to be exposed. It's disgusting. It's disturbing. And it's straight up pornography. And this guy is just so disgusting and vile and just such a rotten human being. He is just goes out of his way to to be blasphemous towards Christ. We see him as Jesus, his character that he plays. We see him mock Jesus Christ at his concerts all the time. We see him, you know, wearing the Skull and Bones jacket, flashing all the Illuminati symbols, the 666 and all of that stuff. So let's start. The video starts off, as most of these satanic Illuminati videos do, showing the heavens above the clouds. That's the perception they want to give, above the clouds. And the as above, so below, Baphomet, esoteric viewpoint. They show above, then they, you know, fade you from the heavens through the clouds as you come down to earth, so to speak, or hell on earth, which is what it looks like to me. The first thing they show, of course, as it fades is a eye, zooming in on an eye, the all-seeing eye, basic symbolism that we see in all these videos, Illuminati symbolism, the all-seeing eye of Lucifer. So they come down below from the perspective of heavens down to earth and zoom right in on an eye. And then what you see is straight up out of a snuff film, out of a pornographic film, as they start showing you, the camera quality that they use. Once they want to give you the vision of these like snuff films that have leaked before in the past, as far as Bohemian Grove and the Franklin cover-up, where all of these elitists who perform these pedophilia acts, who molest children and do all these sex orgies and all stuff. They love to have it filmed. And sometimes things like that can be leaked. To the Franklin cover-up, a guy named Gary Caradori and his 6-year-old son were sacrificed. They blew their plane up. He actually got evidence of, some political leaders such as George H.W. Bush, Herbert Walker Bush, and other political leaders in Washington who were involved in the Franklin cover-up. He actually had pictures and film of it because these elitists bring in these high-level photographers and videographers as well, because they like to film and document this stuff. So you see Kanye West using that perspective. That's why the camera quality looks like a camera film, from the 70s or 80s, maybe a 16 millimeter, just a real crappy camera quality, deliberately used to make it look like a snuff film, a very dirty pornographic film. What we see is all of these nude celebrities in a huge sex orgy, because that's what these elitists do. That's what they do for their summer solstice ritual. That's what they do for all of these satanic rituals that they have. They always have these huge sex orgies. You hear about them in Hollywood. You've seen the movie Eyes Wide Shut. You've seen, hints at it in film and stuff like that, how in Hollywood they do all this stuff. That's why they push this non-monogamous lifestyle. So you have Kanye West in bed with 12 naked people. They show the nudity flat out. These are all lookalikes of these famous celebrities. That's what it's supposed to be. So you get, Kanye West laying in bed next to Taylor Swift, Donald Trump, Kim Kardashian, Rihanna, Bill Cosby, George Bush, Chris Brown, Amber Rose, some guy named Ray J, Anna Wintour, and Caitlyn Jenner. All people of fame and power, all people linked to the Illuminati and the occult, all laying naked in bed. So promoting homosexuality, promoting transgenderism, pushing those agendas, of course, because you have men naked laying next to him, directly next to him, and you have, of course, his wife laying next to him, which is just so perverted and disgusting. But people out there look at it as an artistic expression because people are just completely clueless, and they think of stuff like this as if it's art. It's perversion. It's straight up perversion. It's promoting homosexuality, and it's also pushing transgenderism and incest, because technically his father-in-law is Bruce Jenner. Bruce Jenner is naked in the bed with him, or Caitlyn Jenner, excuse me. I have to call her Caitlyn or I'll get fined $250,000. Caitlyn Jenner naked in bed with him as well. So they're promoting incest. Caitlyn Jenner, the father of Kim Kardashian, also naked in bed. And we know that these bloodlines are all incestual. That's how they that's how they stay in power. That's how they've stayed in power. Okay, going back centuries, is through incest. Kings would sleep with their daughters and vice versa to keep these bloodlines. That's what they believe in, is keeping these bloodlines strong. And the rest of us who aren't a part of these royal, elitist, satanic bloodlines are cattle to them, because that's what they look at us as, is cattle. So you have them promoting Caitlyn Jenner sleeping with his daughter, Kim Kardashian, and his son-in-law, Kanye West, or his daughter-in-law, Kim Kardashian. I mean, just you have incestual, hints of taboo here. You have homosexuality everywhere in this video, as far as all these naked men laying with each other. And you have, transgenderism with Caitlyn Jenner in there. So more perversion just being pushed right down everybody's throat. Kids out there see this. Hopefully parents are regulating their children, not letting them watch this, because all you see are just breasts. You can actually see the, female genitalia as well. And there's 12 people in the bed laying, Kanye West included, makes 12 people laying there, which to me is an homage, and a slap in the face of the 12 disciples, because we know the elitists, the Illuminati, they do everything strategically as far as numerology goes. You see 33 used all the time. You see 13 used all the time. Deliberately, he used 12 here. I think it's to make a mockery of the 12 disciples. They have 12 people here laying butt naked. And then, of course, they zoom in on Rihanna. And Rihanna has a tattoo on her chest of what? Isis. So they deliberately want to show you this tattoo of Egyptian goddess Isis between her breasts and her chest. I can't really show the picture because you'll see one of her breasts exposed. But I'll show part of it, and then I'll show you Isis here. Isis, another one of these Egyptian goddesses that these elitists worship. All of these mystery religions, they worship these Egyptian gods and goddesses. They believe in their own minds that they are the modern version of these gods and goddesses, and they truly, truly believe this because of the power they have here on Earth, especially over the masses, because the masses worship them. They buy their albums. They scream and cry when they see him on the streets. They beg for their autographs. The people have enabled these, low-level Illuminati members to think in their own minds that they're gods and goddesses because of the worship and the false idol worship that goes on. So Isis is tattooed right on her chest. They deliberately want to show you that Isis, the mother and wife, she's known for nature and magic and wisdom. And of course, paying homage and possibly hinting at a false flag involving ISIS. And it's also not a coincidence that this video comes out the same week as the summer solstice, wraps up a few days after it. I don't know the exact date it came out. If it came out the 23rd or the 24th. But the solstice usually runs 21st, 22nd, 23rd, depending on time zones and things like that. And it culminates with gigantic sex orgies, as well as human sacrifices and these other rituals that they commit. But sex orgies are always involved with these, satanic, quote-unquote, Wiccan, pagan, just flat-out satanic worship and rituals that are performed during these, summer solstice, spring equinox, winter solstice, all of these time periods where, we go from season to season, they perform these rituals. So it's not a coincidence that this strategically came out as the summer solstice culminated. And like I said, you see all of this, nudity and perversion and the promoting of incest and homosexuality and transgenderism, which are all the agendas of the elitists and the Illuminati. They're hinting at what they do, which is incest and taboo, which they perform with one another, but also pushing the gay and transgender agenda. You see also as they fade away, because the whole video is really a pull-away shot of everybody in bed. So we started, with the heavens above. We went down to the earth below it. It quickly showed you the all-seeing eye, and then cut right into this stuff film. Okay, this, pornographic film that they wanted it to make it look like this huge orgy just occurred, as if it was a pornography itself. And as this video fades out, they pull away. You see everybody naked in the bed. They cut to just a shot of the sun. Just a shot, like a blurry shot of the sun, which just shows you more of the sun worship, because that's really what, Satanism, all this stuff is about, is sun worship, this Egyptian sun worship. So you see the sun worship here at the end. You just hear the lyrics and Kanye West and whoever else, I think it's Rihanna, singing as they just show you the sun for, a few minutes. I mean, this is really just more Illuminati propaganda. It's more mind control. I get so sick and tired of hearing the masses out there talk about this like it's artistic expression. It's about as artistic as picking your nose and strategically wiping it somewhere, because this is just pure vile filth. Make sure your kids stay away from stuff like this. Don't let them watch this stuff. If you're a young teen out there, stay away from these people. They are not people to be worshipped. The only one that should be worshipped and followed is Jesus Christ. Read the Bible, read the Old Testament. Don't follow any men of this earth. Don't follow me. Don't follow other people who have channels. Don't follow anyone you see on TV. Only Jesus Christ. No one else should be followed. These people specifically are false idols. They are false gods. They believe in their own minds, as most of these Freemasons do, that they are actually gods here on earth, who have been put here to serve over us, that we're not worthy to even breathe the same air that they breathe. That's the elitist mindset. Kanye West, all of these celebrities that get shoved down your throat are all a part of it. You see Kanye West always flashing Illuminati symbolism. You see him referring to himself as a god. You see him mocking Jesus Christ over and over with his Yeezus gimmick that he does, with bringing Jesus on stage at his concerts and making a mockery of him. He is not a Christian. These people are not Christian. These people do not believe in Jesus Christ. They make a mockery of what Christ did for us, which is die for the sins of mankind. And these scumbags need to be exposed. They're promoting Satanism. They're promoting the gay agenda. They're promoting the transgender agenda. All these celebrities, like I've said over and over, the videos on this channel are used to push the Illuminati agendas, the satanic elitist agenda, the globalist agenda, call it what you want, the synagogue of Satan's agenda. Okay, because the masses are more interested in following Kanye West than they would be of a political figure. They use these people to push it. That's why you see, Beyonce and all these people pushing the race war. Then you see others like Usher pushing gun control in their videos. Then you see Kanye West pushing homosexuality and transgenderism. And you see Demi Lovato supporting transgenderism. What it does is it brainwashes people out there who can't critically think, who can't think on their own because they're so brainwashed and in such an alpha state on their devices all the time, caught up in the matrix of this world, who cannot think for themselves. So they turn and they see these false idols who they worship, who they would, have a heart attack over if they saw them in the streets. They don't realize that they're just people. And when they see them on TV, it doesn't mean anything. But to them, it means the world. So they use them to push these agendas. And this is just more Kanye West pushing, just a satanic, disgusting lifestyle. And this is just more vile garbage. So stay away from it. Don't let your kids watch it. Please just don't watch it yourself. Don't go look for the video, because all it is a 5-minute video of a pull-away shot of Kanye West in bed with 11 other people, where you get the number 12 in total. Like I said, referencing, in my opinion, the 12 disciples, making a mockery of them. And like I said, you also see the pushing of these agendas, deliberate zooming in on Rihanna's tattoo of ISIS, which could be, some type of conditioning also as far as ISIS and what is to come this summer with a false flag event involving ISIS, as well as just pushing these Egyptian gods and goddesses. You see Chris Brown in the bed. He's covered up also with tattoos of these false idols, these Egyptian goddesses and gods. And that's the core of what these Satanists follow and believe. That's what the Freemasons are taught. They follow this Egyptian mystery religions, which really the core of it all is, worshiping the sun worship, and the worshiping of Satan. Okay, and that's what this is about. This is more of them paying homage to him, brainwashing people into accepting the Antichrist when he comes. They're conditioning the masses with this garbage, and I can't even yell at this point because it's just so ridiculous. Every day another video comes out that just pushes this stuff. Perversion, this perverse world that we live in that is accepting. Nobody is up in arms about any of this stuff that their kids are watching because they're just saying, yeah, what's the big deal? My kid's an adult now. Next thing you know, they're going to be pushing the pedophilia and all that stuff. It's what's coming next. People need to be warned. They need to see that this is just true filth and true garbage. And you really got to feel for the kids out there, the teens, and then the young kids to come after it, and the world and what it's turning into and what they're going to be accepting of. We have to warn them. We have to get the word out about what these people are, what they truly believe in, and who they truly worship, which is Satan. So please help spread the message so people stop worshiping these false idols like Kanye West, like Beyonce, like Rihanna, like Taylor Swift, like Britney Spears, all of them. Same with celebrities. Okay, people need to stop worshiping. The only person that deserves any worship and any praise is Jesus Christ. Nobody should be worshiping any man, period. I thank you for listening to today's show. God bless all of you and your families. May peace be with you.